Frick, what's his name? The Price is Right. Who's that guy?
What? Wait,
The Price is Right. You know, the guy with the mustache and he's bald.
are you talking
I
about
love
Steve
him.
Harvey?
Steve Harvey, yes. Steve Harvey. I don't
Does he
know.
host The
Listen.
Price is Right?
Wait. Oh my god, not The Price is Right.
Are you talking about Family
Family
Feud?
Feud. Family Feud.
I'm like, are you talking about Bob Barker or Drew Carey? Like, who are we talking about here?
Oh my god.
Welcome back to the Bunkercast. My name is Stuart Mglor, and today I am joined by full-time streamer and 100 Thieves intern, RavenRaspberrie.
Hello, what's going on?
Hello. So, introduce yourself really quick for the people that might not know who you are.
Yeah, so my name's RavenRaspberrie. I stream on Twitch. Been doing that for probably way too long, and now I'm an intern for 100 Thieves. It's been a crazy journey, and now I'm on this podcast. What's going on? Jeez.
Let's go. All right, so you have been growing yourself initially as a content creator before the whole 100 Thieves thing. So talk to me about like your process with growing yourself.
Oh man, that's a huge question. Like, how did I get started streaming?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Raven Raz's origin story. Um, I honestly did not know streaming was a thing up until maybe a month before I started streaming.
Wild.
So I got my first Xbox the summer before my senior year of college
Mm-hmm.
for a boy, of course. I wanted to play Fortnite with him, and I was tired of playing Fortnite on my iPad. So I went and I got an Xbox, and if you guys remember, rest in peace, but Mixer was integrated into the Xbox interface. And one day I was just like exploring my Xbox. I hit the right bumper and I found the Mixer tab, and I was like, "What is this? What are all these people doing?" And I discovered streaming, and I like just explored the Mixer page, watched a couple streamers, and I was like, hey, I could do this. And so I did. I went and I bought a webcam and I started streaming from my Xbox.
Nice. Yeah, that's that the OG setup that I think a lot of people, or at least a lot of like people that come from console generally will rock is like the Xbox cam and like the other stuff. So you started on Mixer, is what you're saying, right? So that had to go a certain direction recently with that recently. How long has that been actually? Hold on, I need to look that up real quick. When did freaking Mixer
Dude, time
shut down?
flies, but it was a long time ago. It's like a year and 8 months, I think.
What
Not
the
that
heck?
nobody's counting, especially not me. But
Right.
it's a long time.
That's wild. Yeah, it literally feels like it was pretty recently. But okay, so Mixer shut down, and then you had to move to a different platform. So talk about that and like how you grew up a new community on a new platform as well.
Mixer was really good to me. Everyone there at the company was really nice to me. They honestly held my hand through streaming. I didn't realize how easy I had it. I was fortunate enough to be put on to like a stream manager's team who was very, very active and like pushing me on the front page and stuff. So I genuinely had it so nice over there. In the last like couple months, I think I went from like literally in the last 2 months, I went from 18,000 followers to like 42,000 followers. I was like on my climb, I was on my girl
Yeah.
boss grind. And then just one day we woke up, everyone, and we saw the tweet from Mixer, like no warning at all. I think maybe Ninja had the biggest warning of like 48 hours.
Yeah.
But most of us found out when like the world found out. And to be completely honest with you, I was crying on the Instagram story, Stuart. I was shocked. Like it felt like everything I'd been working for and like excited about in the last like year and a half of my life was just like suddenly gone. So it was a huge shock having to move over to Twitch. It wasn't exciting. I was super resistant. I hated the way Twitch looked. I hated the way it felt. I did not want to go on Twitch. I was a Mixer like fangirl. I loved it over there. Um, so when you say, how did I grow a new community on Twitch? Honestly, I think maybe I didn't. I don't think I did. I think I just transferred my community over, and I've been lucky enough to find some extra people during that journey. But I've honestly been struggling to grow as well. I think growing on Twitch is one of the hardest things like a content creator can try to do.
100%. Yeah. because I think Twitch lacks a lot of discoverability for sure. That I think other platforms definitely have more of. Like for example, TikTok is like the best platform right now for discoverability. And so I'm curious if you actually like used some of posting content to TikTok in order to grow more as well.
Dude, I feel like this is a whole conversation we need to have. Me and like this last year and a half of my life, TikTok, Twitch, another bag that I kind of had fumbled. Like,
Hmm.
I did not see the importance or really see the value in posting consistently to TikTok or putting in like actual time and effort into that
Right.
for a really long time. I had people telling me, they're like, you need to be posting on TikTok. People are blowing up on TikTok and it's good for their Twitch. And I was like, really? Just like, really? I don't know. I've never done anything like that before and I was fine. So I never
Yeah.
tried it. And then I guess just like kind of recently, maybe in the last like 6 months ish, I started like just spamming on TikTok using trending audios and like applying them to like gaming,
Right.
Valorant or streaming or something. And I've seen quite a few people come to my stream from TikTok, but I definitely took way too long to hop in on that train.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. How
Understandable
do you
for
feel
sure.
about TikTok?
Oh, I mean, I have definitely I found like the right style, I guess, that is allowing me to hit the For You page pretty well. And that's
Spill the tea.
that's with like edited videos, right? Like that's not even with like trending sounds and things like that. Sometimes those
Mhm.
can hit, but like whenever I attempt them, they just don't they just don't do too well. So I just kind of stick with my edited stuff. But yeah, so I think generally like educational content is like really huge. So like for example in Apex, I'll talk about like I'll give tips on like how to rank up or how to use a particular legend, stuff like that. And so people just freaking eat it up, right? And then
Mhm.
there's also ones where you can provide your opinion on something within the game, like say mouse and keyboard versus controller, and then you can just kind of farm comments of people disagreeing or agreeing with you. Um, and then I think something else that I've seen is just generally like funny clips or like even like toxic randoms, things like that. That typically tends to do really well. Especially I've seen with like Valorant TikToks is like toxic Valorant randoms. So
I go
um,
on Valorant every day hoping someone roasts me so I can post it on TikTok. Just kidding. Instant comment farm.
oh, all the impressions. Yeah, and so that was actually so I also was not really on the TikTok wave. I
Mhm.
thought it was a dance app, like so many people for a long time, and I was trying to go full time editing. I was kind of like kind of working towards it, and I was just looking for people to edit YouTube videos for. And I already had like a couple clients, and then I found a new client through like a mutual friend. And I don't know if you know Enoch in Apex. He's an Apex streamer. It's fine.
I don't.
But I started editing for him in the end of I think 2020 potentially. And maybe it was 2019. I'm not really sure. But basically he was like, "Yo, so could I pay you to do like 31-minute long videos a month for TikTok?" And I was like, "Okay, sure, yeah, that's fine." And so I started doing those videos, and the first one that like really took off was one where he had a toxic random that was
Mhm.
being like throwing out some like homophobic slurs and things like that. And so it blew up because people actually agreed with the random.
Ugh.
He had like hot dropped in an area instead of landing with his teammate because he wanted to like actually kill people instead of looting first. It was
Mhm.
just like a different play style, right? Because he was like playing for content instead of just like playing for the win kind of thing.
Right.
But yeah, so a lot of people in his comment section are like, no, you're wrong. Like the teammates in the right. It's like
As if
so
that justifies it. People
yeah
on TikTok are so funny. Like it depends on like what side of TikTok your clip ends up on though. Because you could totally feel like you're justified and you can be. And then it ends up on like toxic little teenager boy TikTok and then you're screwed. It's like you're just roasted into oblivion. Like
yeah 100%.
that's so funny.
Yeah.
That's, that's crazy.
So now
Got
he
the view
has.
those.
Oh yeah. So we've been continuing to do TikToks for like over a year, and he's now partner on Twitch. He's got like 250K on TikTok, and he's been doing this strat also where like he'll go live on TikTok from his phone while he's live on Twitch,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is like, when you look at the like TOS, it's like it's kind of little Monka-esque.
Ooh, as partner,
Because
right?
yeah,
Mm.
but I think the thing that like the what am I trying to say? The loophole, right? That he's kind of like using is he's
Mm.
just like kind of showing his face on
Yeah.
TikTok, whereas he's actually like streaming with like full gameplay and everything on Twitch.
Yeah, I can see how that's
So
like different enough, right? So maybe warrant two
right,
different streams.
right. Which I think with Twitch, it's like we don't want you like streaming the same content across multiple platforms. With partner, it's
Mm-hmm.
like, additionally, like we don't want you streaming on other platforms, but I don't think they count things like Instagram Live, and I feel like TikTok Live is kind of in that same boat.
Gray
So
area.
yeah, so far it's been doing a really great job of like bringing people to his Twitch, and we also use like chat messages in TikTok for when people are asking questions and things like that. So that's also another way to like promote Twitch, so because people would be like, oh, I can go to the stream and like potentially might be featured in a TikTok, so
Uh-huh.
but yeah, it's been a really good strategy um to do that kind of editing.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I feel like for TikTok, it's the tricky part is getting people to go from your TikTok to your actual stream.
mhm.
Especially because if they're just enjoying the TikToks, like they don't need to. They don't
Right.
want to like sit there for hours and watch you stream. So convincing them that there is value in going to your stream is like the biggest barrier to overcome. But
Mhm.
once you figure that out, it's like you're smooth sailing for sure.
Yeah, because you also have to think about it like it's potentially like two different kinds of audiences. You have your audience who likes like short form content, like just like freaking 30 seconds to a minute of a
Mm-hmm.
video, and then there's the other type of audience that's like, yeah, I'll sit down for like a whole stream, like I'll watch you for like a few hours, like freaking playing some Apex. So yeah, it's definitely hard to transfer those people over. But I think if you're able to provide value to those people, I think that's a really great way to like bring them over and give them a reason to watch your stream.
Yeah, agreed for sure.
I want to talk about the 100T intern challenge.
Ooh.
The I guess the when that dropped, everyone and their mother was trying and vying for those spots. And so I want to know what your process was, like initially seeing that video and then like trying to come up with an idea and like all of that.
Okay. To be completely honest, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, I was not a huge fan of esports organizations. Not like I didn't dislike esports organizations.
Mm-hmm.
I just wasn't like an avid follower of any esport organization before I saw this application process.
Okay.
I had people in my chat before, like especially when I was on Mixer, be like 100T Raven win, 100T Raven win, and I remember being like, "What is 100T?" and like getting confused about 100 Thieves and like Sea of Thieves. I was like, "Isn't that the video game?" Like, I was lost, Stuart. I was lost. Like, oh my god. So, anyways.
That's so funny.
I was scrolling on Twitter one day, and then I think someone who I followed had either liked it or retweeted the application,
Mm-hmm.
the video that like JHB had posted.
Yeah.
And I saw it, and I was like, "Oh wow, that's crazy. They're getting like interns, okay." And I just like, backed out after watching like half the video and I kept scrolling. And I was like, I just kept scrolling and I was like, wait, I have to, let me just see. So I scroll all the way back up and then I watched the whole video and I was like, okay, this is interesting. Like, I'm a little bit old to be doing an internship, but like maybe this is something I want to do. So I looked into everything. Like I was like, let me see. So I went onto the Reddit. I went like into the comments. I was just like trying to figure out all the information I could. And I was like, okay, social media, like I have my degree in marketing. Like this could actually be something fun. It's like a really established company and like I love the energy and the vibes of 100 Thieves. I think they do it the best. Like
Right.
even okay, I know I work for them now, but let's be honest, they
Not
do it the
biased at
best.
all,
Totally a biased opinion.
Yeah.
So I thought about it for a while. It was definitely on my mind. And I was just like, man, like if I'm gonna do this, like how am I gonna get their attention? And I've always been a fan of parodies. I've always like watched parodies growing up. And I did a parody actually back on Mixer. And that's how I got partnered on Mixer. That's how I got everyone's attention. Um, and I had been planning to do a parody to the song Stay by Kid Laroi.
Right.
It was like the #1 song at the time. And like it was trending on TikTok with that little dance that everyone was doing.
Yeah.
So I'd been like planning and like trying to figure out how I could do like a Valorant parody to that song or something. And I was just like, man, there's no other song that I can use. Like, let me just try to write something and see if I could like turn this into like an application parody. And so I did. I just ended up rewriting the lyrics and like I knew I wanted to showcase all my skills. But I was like, man, is singing and dancing the right way to approach this? And I was like, yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna try it. Like, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, then at least I can say I tried.
Yeah, just
I
gotta
won't
send
like
it.
live regretting it. And so I just grinded it out. I made that video in like literally less than 24 hours because I had some friends coming into town and I knew I had to finish it before they got here. So I cranked out the video and it did really well. Posted at like 3 in the afternoon and by like 10 o'clock at night, it had like hit the algorithm. It was my first time ever like really hitting the algorithm on purpose.
Yeah.
And it was nice. It was crazy. It was like, I felt so good about it. It was like literally every hour going up like 10K views, which for me, like at the time, I was like, what is going on? Like, this is insane. And then all of a sudden at like 12 at night, it got taken down.
What
The video got removed. And so I'm here with all my friends in town, right? And I'm like, we're having the best night ever. We're like, Raven's going viral on TikTok. This is so lit. And then the video gets taken down. And I'm literally like shook. I'm like, what do I do? This has never happened to me before. Like, what did I do wrong? It got taken down for nudity. I'm like, I'm gonna get banned. Freaking out. And then, so I think I like panic tweet JHB and I'm like, help, my video got taken down. Like it was doing so well though. And he responded, thank God he has degenerate like sleep hours just like I do. He responded, he was like, don't worry, we took note of it. And I was like, thank you so much. And then I reposted it the next day and it still did pretty well. I think right now the repost is sitting at like 200,000 views, which is amazing for me. And yeah, that's part one of the application process. I mean, I got a message like I think 2 weeks after the due date, and they were like, "Hey, we're putting you on to step 2."
That's awesome. Yeah, I do. I think I do remember that getting taken down. I think I saw the initial one though. I think
Really?
Yeah, I think I was one of those initial views, and then when I went and watched the YouTube video where it was like they were reacting to like the applications and stuff, and like I saw yours pop up in his reaction. I was like, oh, that's dope. Like, because I had seen it on my For You page as well.
That's crazy.
So yeah, that's really awesome though that you were just able to freaking still stick it through and make it on even with that with TikTok being TikTok, like freaking being weird about their guidelines and stuff.
What kind of reporting process is that? Like a couple people spam report it and then it gets taken down. That's so silly.
Pretty much.
I guess better safe than sorry, but like the fact that it took so long to get put back up was ridiculous. Have you ever had a video just like get spam reported or just taken down for no reason?
Fortunately, no. I've definitely had some issues with like, it was like there's like one that got marked for like sensitive content or something that like I don't even know why, but yeah. And then I've had like clients all like have theirs taken down. Like freaking Wig had one taken down recently for swearing too much, and so we were like censoring his swears now in the subtitles. So like it's like a
That
whole
is
thing.
so lame.
Yeah.
And once it gets taken down, like even if it comes back, it's dead. It's like straight to the grave with that TikTok. It's not
Yeah.
coming back.
Yeah, they're not pushing it out anymore. Like it's just
Mm-mm.
whatever views you had on it, that's it. So
Yep.
personally, I have been a big fan of 100 Thieves since like the podcast dropped. So like I was like a fan of Courage. So I was like watching Courage, and then he and Nadeshot did the 100 Thieves freaking podcast, and so I'm like I started
Mhm.
like listening to those and like watching more of the actual like content and stuff like that. And so you know I really, as a 100T fan, want to live through your experience of walking into the compound for the first time, because that's got to be
Yeah.
like insane.
The compound's really nice. Let's see. I feel like I have I feel like I'm gonna get roasted. I said this on stream one time, and then some people in the 100 Thieves Discord were like kind of being mean to me. Not being mean to me, but they were just like, why would she say that?
Mm-hmm.
But it's just how I felt. It's just how I felt, and I'm not a liar. So the compound, very beautiful. You've seen the outside. It's like stunning. It looks like modern, beautiful. It is kind of confusing on how to get inside. So I pulled up with some friends. Like the first time I went, we had decided to stop by a Starbucks, and the nearest Starbucks was in a Target. So we went to the Target, and it was like a 12-minute walk, so we couldn't Uber to the compound. So we ended up walking with our luggages to the compound, Starbucks in hand. And
Nice.
from the direction we walked in like up to the compound from the opposite side of where the door was.
Right.
So like I didn't know to like walk around to the front like side of it. So we like walked kind of like through this parking lot area to like the basketball hoop side.
Yes.
And then there's like it's all glass in the back and there's those
Yeah.
doors. And the door's like propped open just a couple inches. And I'm like, are we allowed to do this? I mean, we work here now. Can we just go in? And we're like all awkward, just like standing outside. And eventually someone like peeks their head out and they're like, you're the interns, right? And we're like, yeah. And they're like, come on in. And so we like walk in from the back. And so when you walk in, you can just see like the Cash App Compound Lounge. It's like beautiful, bright. It looks just as good as it does on streams and like in pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. When I went in though, the thing that gets me in trouble is that I said it was smaller than I expected. Like in videos, it looks like a cathedral. It
Right.
looks
Yeah.
huge, and like maybe that's my fault for being unrealistic. I know how buildings work, but it was just like a little bit smaller than I expected. And so when I said that, people were so upset. But granted, it was a busy day. There was a lot of people there. And the second time I went, it did feel more open just to save my name a little bit, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's really nice. Open concepts. Every room, oh my God, literally is like decked with the best technology, PC, headsets. Like it's just insane. Like the amount of equipment and like the capabilities that are built into that building, dude.
Yeah. What did it feel like working with, starting an internship there? Like, what was like running through your mind as you're like starting your interactions as an intern?
Um, Honestly, I think going in with the title of intern, even though we're more hands-on and they give us a lot of permission to do way more than I think a normal intern would have. Um, just having the title of intern makes me feel really comfortable because like I feel like I can mess up. Like everyone knows that we're all learning. I mean, who has worked for a company this big? Like not many people. And like so I just feel very like comfortable, honestly. Everyone's been so amazing and nice, like onboarding us, just like making sure that we know we have creative freedom to like propose ideas, just execute them,
Right.
have fun with it, and like kind of disrupt like the current environment that is 100 Thieves. Like they're so willing to just embrace like new ideas, which is awesome.
That's dope. I know you've been like helping with like making 100 Thieves TikToks.
Mhm.
What is like that process? What does it look like, I guess, from like start to finish?
So it just depends. For TikTok, it's kind of even more just like free range than any of the other platforms. Like, of course, like Instagram and Twitter, the interns can't just log on and go and post anything.
Yeah.
But when it comes to TikTok and making content, like if we want to edit clips, we can just go ahead and do that. All of those like if it's like at access to us and we want to like turn it into a meme or something, like we just have free range. Like we get to go and do things like that, and then pretty much just like show it to someone, and if they're like, yeah, it's good, then it gets scheduled to post.
Right.
When it comes to doing something a little bit bigger, which is something I need to jump on, is like if I wanted to start like a series or something, where like I was the face of that, or if I wanted to start like I don't know any kind of series with like a group of people, we're allowed to do that too. So the process for something like that would just be pretty much doing it. Like they're like, if you have a good idea and you think it's gonna do well, you don't even have to ask us. Like just get it done. Show us. Just show
That's
us one,
crazy.
and like if it looks good, like we're gonna post it and we'll just test it out and see what happens. Like
Yeah.
it's very like they're not holding your hand at all. Like they're just
Hmm.
like run it. You know social media. Let's see what you can come up with. It's awesome.
That is crazy. I like because I'm sitting here like expecting like a whole like board meeting of just like throwing ideas around, and that's just so cool. They are already like placing that much trust in you
Hmm.
guys, and that just like they have that much assurance that they made like the correct choices with you guys, which is so dope.
Yeah.
That's
It can
awesome.
be overwhelming, just like knowing that you can literally create anything,
Hmm.
you know?
Yeah.
Buckling down on one thing, that's something I've struggled with. Like, I know I've only been working for them for 3 months. So it's not a long time. Still settling and still learning a lot about just how everything works.
Right.
Um, but I have just been like, oh man, what am I gonna make? There's endless opportunity, like endless possibilities. It's insane.
100%. I've been managing one of my clients' TikTok pages recently, and so I
Hmm.
will post for him and like respond to comments and things like that. And so
Yeah.
that kind of gets to me sometimes because I don't want to um, be an inaccurate representation of him, um, and like sometimes people will respond, and I like I might get heated off of it or something, and I have to like pull back and be like, nope, all right, let's just chill out, So
Uh-huh.
I think it's definitely a lot of pressure to like have to represent like someone or a company or something like that when creating content.
Yeah, I actually recently, like in this past week, actually I took on scheduling and publishing for TikTok. So I've been doing like community engagement too, like
That's
responding to
awesome.
comments or commenting on other videos.
Hmm.
And like honestly, because the expectation oh my God, this is so funny. That everyone assumes that JHB runs like everything, right? It's
Yeah,
so funny. It's like a meme. Like if anything gets posted anywhere, everyone's like, "Did JHB post this?"
100%.
So it's like a really funny dynamic where, for example, I saw this TikTok and it's this girl kind of just like okay, I'll just explain to you the context. It's in Valorant, and this girl was streaming, and somebody recognized another player in her game. And she was like, oh my God, I know this person. She streams. Call her, I think it's like Laura. Call her name. And so the girl on stream, she's like,
Yes,
hey,
I've seen
Laura.
that one. I've seen
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one. I know exactly what
And
you're talking
like,
about. Yeah.
cool, yeah. So like the character in game, she's like freaking out. She's like,
Hmm.
"What's going on? Why do you know my name?" And I saw that TikTok, and it's so funny. And so I responded on the 100 Thieves account, and I was like, Reina acting flustered, like while she's hiding in the crates, is literally me whenever a girl comments and talks in game." Which is like genuinely how I feel, first off. But everyone was responding. They were like, JHB, you forgot to switch accounts.
Bruh. That's so funny.
So I'm like accidentally perpetuating the JHB meme, but it's so funny because I can just like kind of lean into that or like
Yeah.
just anything. And it's like the 100 Thieves account is very like, it doesn't have to be professional. I think that's like the beauty of TikTok. You can kind of be just like dorky or memey, and people are like, what is going on from this
Hmm.
verified account?
Yeah.
So it's been fun. It's been fun.
That's awesome. Yeah, because like I would just be like I hold too much power with this verification badge. I
Yeah.
don't know I don't know if I should be dropping a comment on this. So that's really awesome though.
I
Um,
think as long as you like understand, the content creators like vibe,
yeah,
you'll be
for
okay.
sure, 100%. You talked about how you made the parody, right? So that was like
Hmm.
your whole application, and you had made a parody before,
Yeah.
and you also have your own original music on Spotify as well, and some others that you're currently working on, right?
Yes.
So let me ask. what is your background in music? Like, where did you start, like, learning all of that?
You ever feel like you just only recently came into yourself?
On occasion, yeah.
I was like a stressed out, lost little teenager. Like, I didn't know what I was interested in, and I was too afraid to figure out. Like, I was too uncomfortable, too shy to even try. Like, even in the presence of only myself, like, I didn't want to like experiment or try singing or anything like that. So I always knew I really loved music. Like, really, it spoke to me. Like, oh man, there's like songs I would listen to and I could like feel it in my chest. And I was like, this is a banger, you know, like stuff like that. Like, loved music.
Hmm.
My sister was actually like her entire life, she was into music, singing, songwriting, and stuff like that. And so it just kind of felt like it was her thing. Like, I was
Right.
very shy, she was very outgoing. I didn't want to like try because I was like, oh no, she's so good at it. Like, you know, it's not for me. I need to find my own thing. And even though I always had interest, I never tried. I would listen to beats sometimes, and it just like didn't make sense. I was like, how do you come up with something to go over this? Like, it makes no sense. And then I think it was February 2020. There was this beat that I'd listened to. I'd had it like bookmarked for a couple months, and I just love this beat, but I couldn't figure out how to write anything to it. And I was like, man, you know, like one day, hopefully, we'll see. And then just one day, February 2020, I think, to be honest, I just like stopped talking to a boy. And I just like listened to this beat, and literally I wrote my first ever entire song in like 30 minutes. I finished it all that
Mm.
night. I just like it just like clicked. It's like the floodgates opened for me.
Yeah.
And I just like figured it out. Like, it all just made sense, like finally that one day. And so I wrote my first song then, and then I just couldn't stop. I just kept writing music. Like, I was writing like at least a song every week. And yeah, eventually, I think the third song I ever wrote is the first song I ever released. That's Word is High. And
Mm.
then I collaborated on another song with my friend Fritham, who I actually went to high school with, which is crazy. We ended up, he's like the audio engineer on my music. And I saw a beat of his and I was like, hey, can I like hop on this maybe? And he was like, yeah. And then we released that. And then I've hit kind of this, what is it called? A drought? I've had a drought and I haven't released anything since.
Mm.
So, working on it though. Like you said, I write all the time. I just haven't had like the priority or the efficiency to get stuff done. It's been a struggle.
Yeah, I feel that for sure. I think I obviously like prioritize like my work and stuff, and I also think I prioritize my content as well, like really high. And
Yeah.
so, like all of the other like kind of hobbies that I want to kind of dabble in, just kind of get just set to the side. And so I'll like do it when I have extra time, which is,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, a
Never.
rare thing. So it's definitely a struggle, but I'm trying to find like a good balance, because I think that the ability to explore that creative side is really good, especially if I'm trying to create content as well.
I hate that it's like this. It's kind of unfortunate, like how we have to put things on the back burner like this.
Hmm.
But I think the reality of it, especially for me, is like if it's not a stream of income for me, it's just not a priority. Like, when you're a content creator and you literally rely on like your little streams of income from everywhere, you
Hmm.
can't be spending 6 hours to make a song when you could be doing literally anything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for
So
sure.
hopefully soon I figure that out. But
Yeah.
yeah, the past year it was like I was all over the place.
So you didn't ever have any sort of like training, or you weren't in choir in high school, nothing like that?
Oh no, no, no. Way too shy. Oh my God. Just the idea of high school Raven like being in choir or something, she'd probably throw up, dude. Like um I was in technical theater. You know, I watched from like the seats and wished that I could do that, but no, there was no chance I was ever doing anything like that.
Gotcha. Yeah. See, I am I am the complete opposite. I literally have been singing since I was a kid, and there was even like some like show that like we put on at our church that I was like um a lead in, I guess. And then I was also like leads in like pretty much every single musical in high school.
Oh my
um,
god.
and
Way to
play. Like
flex.
it was just like I mean, freaking, I'm a guy, so if I'm somewhat decent, I'm gonna be a lead, I guess, right? Like there's not a lot of competition there, um, but yeah, so I've been trying to um keep practicing still, because I think there's always ways you can improve, even just like singing, right? Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, I'm trying to, when I can, freaking keep practicing.
Would you ever do like local theater or something?
Not Yeah, I haven't done any of that stuff. Like
There's no
after high
time.
school. Yeah, it's just no time. I can't be doing like theater practice when I have TikToks to edit and stream to do. I guess so.
Dude, people don't realize how time consuming like live theater is. I can't believe I ever had the time for that.
Yeah.
Like 2, 3 hours every single day after school.
Mhm.
Where did the energy come from? I can't imagine.
Like I'm sitting here. I'm like, how did I memorize scripts? Like, when did I find the time to do that? Because I would not be able to now. It would be very stressful.
Dude, these brains don't work like they used to.
Yeah, I got 2 whole brain cells. Dropped out of college. Like I don't know about all that. So
Oh my god.
all right. So I don't know if you heard, but It's Timmy and Post Malone recently played Apex together. So
I did.
that was
I
pretty
saw
sick.
that.
So here's a question for you.
Uh-huh.
If so, we've had Ninja and Drake, we've had It's Timmy and Post Malone. If there was a Valorant duo with a popular streamer and a celebrity, right? Who are you picking?
Ooh, like I get to make two people play together?
Yeah.
Hmm. Oh, frick. What's his name? The Price is Right. Who's that guy?
What? Wait.
The Price is Right. You know, the guy with the mustache and he's bald.
Are you talking
I
about
love
Steve
him.
Harvey?
Steve Harvey, yes. Steve Harvey. I don't
Does he
know.
host The
Listen.
Prices Right?
Wait. Oh my god, not The Price is Right.
Are you talking about Family Feud?
Family Feud.
I'm like, are you talking about Bob Barker or Drew Carey? Like, who are we talking about here?
Oh my god, listen, like I said, these brains don't work like they used to. Oh my god. No, Steve Harvey, my bad. Steve Harvey, and honestly, shoot, any content creator, that's already content. Let me see.
Yeah, Steve Harvey is content already.
Steve Harvey, and let's see. Ooh, a good dynamic would be like Minx.
Okay.
Minx and Steve Harvey. Minx is so outlandish and crazy. Wait. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say like XQC or something, but no. I feel like Steve Harvey would just not even be able to keep up.
Oh, 100%.
He would just be
He'd
like
be like, what did you
confused.
say?
Oh my god. Steve Harvey and Minx. Somebody make that happen. That'd be so funny. Minx is like so crazy, and like Steve Harvey, the way he's just like shocked all the time. You'd be like, who is this girl? Content.
This is going on YouTube. I love when he says that. All right, yeah, that's out of left field for me, honestly. I'm not gonna lie to you. Freaking Steve Harvey is like one of the last people I expected you to say. That
Dude,
is
I
tough.
was just thinking, it was like content. That's the number one, like, dude, he's not a streamer, but imagine if he was, he'd be dominating.
100%. I mean, he's already dominating TV, so
Exactly. He's too good.
I want to curve back to Apex a little bit, and just like dive into some real stuff here, because we like to get a tad bit deep into like the industry and stuff as well. So recently, Apex has like their championship, like the Apex Legends Global Series, right? And it's like over the course of like the year or whatever. And so the Challengers Circuit, which is like one of the tournaments for it, was supposed to happen today, and then they canceled it because of everything going on in Ukraine, because there's a lot of pros that are living in Ukraine. And so they wanted to give them, I guess they wanted to kind of like see if things would fizzle out,
Yeah.
or something so that they could potentially play without, you know, being
Having to forfeit. Yeah.
yeah. And I think there was also I don't know what game it was, but I think Navi played um, something today, and like they had Ukraine players, so that was just crazy. Um, but so some people were like protesting them, like canceling it or like postponing it, right?
What?
Because it kind of the attitude of like we should keep gaming in light of these things happening in order to like we shouldn't like give up the good things that
Mm-hmm.
we have right now just to try and keep light of the situation, I guess.
Yeah.
um but I definitely think that like you want to try and allow these players to play without having this situation over their heads, like that's just such a stressful thing to deal with, I think.
No, I agree. I think it's pretty inconsiderate for people to just want to continue on as if everything's fine.
Mm.
I mean, I see the perspective. Like, there's a lot of content creators who think this way, like, let's just carry on as if nothing's wrong, because maybe gaming or streaming is like that little escape for some people,
Right.
which is valid, but I don't think it should come at the expense of other people.
Right.
So, like, in this situation, like, if they are not in a safe place or in the correct mindset to be competing and they earn their spot, like, we should be considerate of them and, like, postpone it as long as it needs to be done until they can compete. I think it's unfair. It's kind of weird for them to be like,
Yeah.
let's just do it anyways. I don't know.
So I want to add on to this as well. Like, personally, as a, just generally as a like, I hate the word influencer, but like that's the only word I can think of.
Mm-hmm.
I have been sitting here with my like thumbs at the ready, like what the frick do I say about this whole thing? Because all I've seen on the timeline is like thoughts and prayers to those in Ukraine, and like um, my heart goes out to all the people like suffering in Ukraine and dealing with all of this, and it's like I feel like I'm just adding to the pool of things, and I want to actually make an impact somehow, and I don't know how to do that with a freaking tweet, like it
Yeah.
feels so insignificant to the situation. And so like that's what I'm mostly struggling with right now is like I want to continue to like make content, entertain people, and I want to bring light to people who may be stressed out by everything that's going on, or that may themselves be impacted by it. What do you think of like, or like what do you think people should be trying to do if they want to help, or what is your response to like people that want to help but feel like they can't, like?
Mm-hmm. Um, I'm a huge advocate of people using their their reach, as a content creator or an influencer, especially if they have a large audience. I really do feel like it is our duty to like stand for peace in any situation, stand for equality. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like people should speak on it. Um, I understand where you're coming from, like as a smaller influencer, like does it matter that I'm tweeting about it?
Right.
Like, I think in a situation like this, I like to believe that everyone's on the same page
Mm-hmm.
about how we all stand with Ukraine, because they're the ones being like affected. I mean, everyone's being affected, right, by war when it comes to a situation like this. Like, the people in Russia don't deserve any hate that they're getting either. But like I said, I think we're all on the same page with that. When it comes to what can we do to make a difference, I don't think all of us need to be out there, posting constantly about it. I don't think, like you said, it feels insignificant. It's not making
Right.
that big of a difference. But of course, it's useful to like share resources, share accurate news sources if you come across them, especially with social media and like TikTok and all those, just everything going crazy with false videos or like
Yeah.
things are like oh my God, the misinformation that's being spread is insane. So making sure to like eliminate that as much as possible is always a great thing to try to do, even if it's a small impact. Like even if you see one video that you're like, wait, this isn't a real video from now. I don't know why we would know that. But you know what I mean? Like it's important to speak up, maybe leave a comment and be like, this is not true or something like that. It is, man, a tough situation because if we had all the resources and all the influence in the world, I'm sure anyone would fix it at the snap of a finger, right? But we can't.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do we do? I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah. No, I think that's definitely helpful though, because you only have so much you can do, and that's about it. And the rest is kind of up to like how you hold yourself on the internet, like how you're representing yourself in reaction to it. And so I think that's probably the main thing, is just to like show your support, and like you said, like share resources and things like that, and that's about it, I guess. That's like the extent. That's huge though.
I think it's important to not kick yourself or be upset because you can't do more.
Right.
Like we're literally just civilians. Like we're just sitting here doing our gamer people things. Like if we could go and talk to someone who would actually make a huge impact, I'm sure we would. Mm-hmm. But the truth of it is just that we are literally like tied here, like our hands are tied, Yeah. So don't be upset, don't hold it against yourself, don't feel bad that there isn't more that we can do. I guess just like literally the only thing we can do is like vote. And even that's not gonna have a direct impact, but make sure you vote. It's February. Is there anything even coming up? Probably not.
I don't even know.
BSC, make sure to go vote if you want your voice to be heard. And be kind to yourself. Don't doom scroll. Stay educated, but don't affect your mental health.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely something I need to freaking work on. So.
Doom scrolling is dangerous.
Yeah.
Especially in a climate like this, where it's just like, it's not even just wasting my time. It's like, I'm seeing stuff that is hurting my feelings.
Yep. All right. So I'm going to touch on this quickly because I don't even mess with it. But have you heard about Elden Ring?
Oh my God. No, I have. I've heard about it. I haven't played it. I don't plan on playing it.
Right. Yeah.
I hear that it looks beautiful though.
Yeah, I saw a clip of Wig walking around just being like, we should probably explore, and then just gets a dragon land on him and just starts freaking out. Oh my God. So
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. So that's like my only experience of Elden Ring so far. But yeah, I'm not usually one for those. Like I've dabbled in some Skyrim, which it seems very similar to Skyrim. But like that's it. I haven't really like grinded it out. So I that's not usually like my type of game. I'm out here vibing on FPSs and stuff. So
same. I have this huge hatred. I think it started with like, remember the like phone era of playing mini games? Mm-hmm. Like when I was in high school, every single day, like 15 minutes, we would all be sitting in the hallway playing like Temple Run and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just like grinding out games like that. I call them false productivity games. Yeah. And I started hating like those ones where you'd have to go back in an hour to like collect whatever you were waiting to collect. And like games like that, ooh, I hate them. And that's where my hatred started. And I refuse, because I know that I have an addictive personality and I will spend days and hours on something like that. I refuse to even try it. I don't know 100%. If that's the kind of game that this is, but anything that's not like hop in, hop out 30 minutes,
Yeah, if it's super grindy, like I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
Like I think I've gotten turned off to Minecraft recently because I'm just grinding out like resources and stuff, which
that's so true.
Is why I've been having a lot of fun streaming it recently on like our server that we have, because we're not just, it's not just like a server. It's like an RP essentially. So like I have my own like mafia that's like slowly taking over, and like I'm doing like different like deals and stuff, and it's just it's so fun to like act as like a character and do all that. And I also like so my main YouTube channel, I initially grew off of Minecraft RP, and so like I have like some experience doing it, and I had a lot of fun with that, and so like to be doing it again is like really awesome. And I've also
Nostalgic.
seen, yeah, for sure. And I've also seen like a lot of like GTA RP stuff happening on Twitch as well,
Uh-huh.
which I might dabble in at some point because it looks pretty fun. So I don't know, we'll see.
Dude, when the GTA RP meta started coming up, I think I was still in Mixer. And dude, when I say that I'm new to gaming, like I'm new to gaming, like I'm learning as I go, genuinely. So like
Hmm.
hearing that, I was like, people are role playing in GTA? Like what? I was like, I could never. That is the corniest thing I've ever heard. And now, like now that I'm on Twitch and I'm an XQC stan, it looks like so much fun.
Hmm. a hundred
I should
percent
have come around sooner.
for sure. To wrap up, what are some of your goals for 2022 with content, with like joining 100 Thieves as an intern? Like, what you got going on?
Man, okay, so one thing about me and goals, I hate setting numeric goals.
Yep.
I refuse.
Hmm.
I've done this before and it hurt my feelings. I to say like, oh, I want to hit X amount of followers, like, because typically when you're focusing on numbers like that, you're just like grinding your life. You're like, man, I need one more follower, and then like you just don't get it because you look like a crazy person who's like, please follow me. So, no numeric goals. I refuse. Let's see. I want to make progress towards moving to LA.
Okay.
I think that's going to be huge with my career at the moment. Like with 100 Thieves being based in California, like I just need to be out there, to get the best opportunities that I can.
Yeah.
I want to make good progress towards that. I want to figure out how to balance my life when it
Hmm.
comes to being a content creator, having a real job now, pursuing those other hobbies we talked about, like music and stuff. I want to figure that out. I'm tired of like having things I'm passionate about on the back burner. Um, and yeah, I guess just like every week do a little something towards my personal goals and towards my work goals, and hopefully continue to grow on other platforms. I'm trying to put more focus on like TikTok and maybe Instagram, I'm thinking,
Hmm.
which is why I've lowered my stream schedule. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If I can see some results over there, whatever number it is, I'll be happy. Then I'll be content.
That's awesome. Yeah.
How about you?
So I actually have a whole list of numerical goals
No.
on my Twitter. I know. But here's the thing, I'm about to smash it on TikTok
Yeah.
because I started okay. The goal I set last year, right? I set a goal last year of I'm going to hit 5K by the end of the year, right? But
Uh-huh.
to add on to that, I said, okay, I'll do a Loba cosplay if I hit $5,000. You know who Loba is, right?
I don't.
No? Okay.
Do I need to look this up?
Yes, Apex Legends Loba. I
Okay.
am I am the biggest simp for this character, okay? And you'll see
Simp.
why. Yes.
Oh my god.
Let
Wait.
me hold on, let me
Wait
pull
a
it up.
second. You have a wig.
What? Wait.
I've Loba
Yeah.
with the
LOB.
braids.
Yeah.
You have to get a wig, right?
Okay. Okay, well hold on. Let me keep telling the story. So I said, okay, by the end of the year I will, if I hit 5,000 before the end of the year, right?
Uh-huh.
I will do a Loba cosplay, and I had like I had it picked out on Amazon, saved to the wish list, all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
And so what happened was I think I posted a TikTok, probably like New Year's Eve or something like that. That was popping off. It was blowing up. I was almost there.
And you panicked.
It hit no. It hit midnight. I wasn't even there yet, and then I hit it January 1st. So I
What?
just absolutely scammed everyone. I was like, didn't hit it in time. Can't wear the freaking Loba
Rigged.
cosplay. So
That's rigged.
it was pretty funny. But
Somebody send this man a corset.
um so yeah, so I if I do something interesting this year again, then cool. But like I'm already up to like within the month of January, I went from like 5K to I think it was 7 or 8K. which is like freaking, I've never seen that growth before.
Heck yeah.
And so my goal for the end of this year was 10K, but I'm already about to hit it. So like,
let's go. Okay.
You know, it's really early. So I'm going to crush that. And I might pour more into my other areas, potentially. But like, I don't focus on the numerical goal. It's more like a look back at like, oh, did I hit it? Okay, I didn't, but that's fine. We'll go again next year, you know? So I definitely focus more on my consistency, and I like to look at the stats in order to then improve my content based off of that, right? So for YouTube, you know, if I have a low average view duration, then I'll be like, okay, how can I make this edit better? You know, how can I keep people hooked in? If I have a low click-through rate, I'll say, okay, how can I improve this thumbnail, right? And so that's how I'm trying to look at all of my stats, rather than just like, oh, I hit a low click-through rate, man, that sucks. I should stop making content, you know, like.
No, that's healthy. That's how it should be, you know? I guess that's like what I mean. Like, take it day by day and put a little bit of effort every single day. Make sure you're like improving correctly. But when it comes to looking at numbers, I'm glad you're mentally stable and don't take that, you know, as a hit to the heart. But I cannot. Like, oof. One time I set a goal of like having a consistent amount of subs every month. And then like I hit it for like the first 4 months of the year. And the first month that I didn't, I was just like, I'm dying off. I fell off. I was like, my career's over.
I will say another numerical goal that I might have is getting a TikTok to hit 1 million views. That would be huge. I've hit 600K, so I've gotten that far. But I'm gonna try and see if I can hit that.
You've got a growth hack. Get those comments.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's gonna do it. For this episode. Wait, I gotta get Loba off the screen. Hold on. Give me a second. Switch
that's
that up.
See here.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Anyways.
Podcaster is so obsessed with Loba, has Loba on screen during entire recording.
Anyways, be sure to let the people know where they can find you.
Yeah, so again, I'm RavenRaspberrie. That's my handle everywhere. However, it's spelled kind of weird. So RavenRas.com for easy links. I'm on everything, dude. You'll find me.
Got the .com and everything. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for listening / watching, and we will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.
Bye.